What's up guys, welcome to Wasted Space, and today I'm going to be kicking off a new series in Rimworld, which is a game I covered a long time back in a kind of first impressions way, and recently got back into a bit and playing the latest Alpha 8 I think it is, and also now with a big mod pack that I discovered the other day and thought, well, given I'm starting afresh, why not do a little bit of a Let's Play series and see what you guys think, maybe even kick it off into its own day somewhere down the line. So I'm going to go straight in, create a world, which is something that they added since I last played, which is cool. I'm just going to hit the random seed a few times, see what we get, and generate us a new world, and that, I don't know what's good and what's bad, so that looks fine. And a new colony. Now they've changed this again since I last played, so we've now got a lot more options, there's a lot more control over exactly what we do, but I fancy just going with a straight Cassandra Classic, and then 100% as large. 100% sounds about right, to be honest. Although, saying that, I haven't played this in a while, so maybe... we go with 100% to start off with, and Shaminlaya. It will be our planet, apparently. One we just created. Now, I fancy starting somewhere... I don't know. Let's have a look what we got around here. Forest, desert, shrubland, obviously water, boreal forest, tundra. Yeah, I don't fancy cold. I'm not a big one for the cold. Let's see if we can find somewhere interesting. Large hills, desert, flat. I want some proper terrain. I don't want flat. Flat's a bit boring. Large hills, temperate forest, March to October growing period. And how hot is this? Oh, it's cold in January. Cold, cold, cold. Okay, that looks cool. Nice range of temperature, year-round growing period, and some mountains. So let's start off there. And one thing that this mod has added that I thought was kind of cool is this prepare carefully option. So we can actually go through and kind of be very specific about the colonists we're going to begin with. So we have, as well as, it uses a point system, so we can in fact literally manually adjust this. But I don't like the idea of playing too much on the manual front. That removes some of the sort of interesting randomness to it. So I'm just going to go through and try and find like a nice balance of guys. So we need someone doing construction, someone doing mining, someone doing growing, I think, as a good starting point. What does these change? Ooh, deep space miner, incapable of dumb labour. Ooh, mining and construction. Alright, he's looking like an absolute beast. That looks about right. I don't want a slowpoke though. Let's have... we randomise these and see whether... Cool skinned, what does that do? Maximum comfort. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so Hodges is sorted. I'm not sure about Bukram growing. Oh, we did want a good grower, but why have we got too many points? 16-year-old Cave World Tender. Get in here. Let's not have anything in there, just have someone standing, because I'd normally go through on the randomizer and just go through until I found someone that was capable of doing everything, basically. But it seems doing it like this is ending up... These guys have too many points for some reason. I don't understand why that is, but let's keep going until we... This person's good at growing, can't shoot. No, can shoot, but is not very good at it. Let's try... Just doing... Alright, so we can turn off some of these passions to give ourselves some points back. So there's no need for you to be passionate about construction, but growing's fine. And what did we have on Hodges? Passionate about shooting? No, no, no. Although it's not giving us very much in the way of points back. I don't understand quite why we are so far over the points, but... Too smart? No, 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 no increased mental break, thank you very much. Green thumb, actually, that would look quite nice. Construction. Yeah, you're looking okay, but again, we're too big on the points. I wonder how I can fix that. Oh, there we go. If I get a medieval lord that can't do anything. I see. That doesn't seem to be a particularly good way of going about it, but anyway. Looks like I'm just going to have to get this to a point where I can actually use these guys. What's this mean? Description for the backstory. No, I'm not so bothered about that. And this is the only concern when you get this sort of option to start off your game, is how long do you spend then pre-preparing? Like, how much of an advantage do you give yourself doing this sort of thing? Looks pretty good, but again, look, the points value of these guys is through the roof for some reason. Don't know what to do about that. We've got so many points. I wonder if there's some way we can remove points later down the line. I know there's another screen where I get to choose a bit about what I start off with, so let's just get someone not too overpowered here. Research, crafting, get rid of your interest in growing. Have we got anyone that can shoot? Nobody is any good at shooting. Let's have someone who's good at shooting then. 6, 9, cooking. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Scout, midwell, incapable of... See, this is the problem again. Incapable of loads of stuff. Research, artistic, cleaning and hauling. You see, I'm not cool with someone who can't clean and haul. Okay, there we go. That'll do. That'll do. We've got 278 too many points, but hopefully on this next page I can do something about that, because I can get rid of this plasteel knife, for example, because they are just useless. I don't see why you'd want to start. Okay, 2 Lee Enfields is a bit much, so maybe... Okay, the Glocks are worth nothing. Wow. Maybe 2 Lee Enfields. Oh yeah, that looks good. A few more points left, so... You start off with a bit more steel, maybe? Cool, that looks solid. Righty then, let's give it a go. Let's see what this map has in store for us. Okay, we got some errors. Tried to spawn a nose out of bounds, apparently. Good stuff. So, where have we ended up? Wow, big long one. That's kind of cool. Now, I like to, let's pause this, I like to try and find somewhere decent that I can kind of maybe enclose a bit to start off with. So, in fact, this area here is pretty central, which is cool, but we could quite easily defend ourselves in there, I reckon. So we're going to kind of use this as our starting area. And let's have a look. If I get down here, I should be able to let's toggle these all ready to be picked up. You can get yourself a Lee Enfield. You can get yourself a Lee Enfield as well. Missed a few bits up here. Oops. Okay, so let's say we're going to start in this sort of area, and I think let's begin by lopping down ourselves a little stockpile and getting some plants on the go. Looks about right. You want potatoes? Yep. And then let's have a look. We've got lots of stone and lots of wood, so we are really not short on building resources to begin with. So let's get our first structure on the go as well. And given that we've got plenty of wood around, I'm going to start off with really simple wooden buildings just to house our colonists for the time being. Doesn't need to be anything more complex than this, and then we can convert up later. Other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a few too many of these so that we can have a prisoner bed and a medical bed. So 6 looks about right for now. No, not conduit wall. Not auto door. Let's keep this nice and cheap and just go for standard wooden doors. Whoops. Cool. And how are we looking for our priorities? Okay, so you're really going to be our mining, constructing fella, without a doubt. You are... Who's the grower? There we go. Growing... That's cool. Let's have you plant cutting as well. Yeah, not really. You're the only one that's any good at cooking. Let's put that second priority for now, because we want to get that up and running really quickly, but nothing really for it yet. And then, alright, you're clearly the doctor. Oh, no. And the warden. We got 6, yep, doctor and warden. And we are missing... Growing looks alright. Hunting... Not really relevant, but when it comes, I guess we'll use her. Cooking, cool. Okay, everything's looking alright, except I want someone with a bit more priority. Pukram can have a bit more priority on hauling and cleaning as well, because that's always kind of handy. And second priority also on researching, and then if I've got everything to craft, we'll have that on 1. That looks good. So that's priorities kind of alright. Let's unpause this so they can get going. Yes, one of the things the mods have added is this ability to like group colonists and give them like set locations to go and sort of stand when you press certain buttons, and that could be cool. I'm going to look into that a bit later, but that could be really cool when it comes to sort of setting positions up for when you're ready to be attacked once your defenses are set. So what have we got so far? We've got our growing zone, need a dumping zone I think as well. Let's just get a little dumping stockpile over here, and in you I do not want corpses, thank you very much, or rotten things. And home region. This is quite nice when you build stuff now, where one of the mods again adds home regions automatically for you, but I think the plan is for this to all be our home region in here. So let's just expand this out. And let's have a look. Orders, mining. What have we got around the area? We've got steel. Cool. Any more? More steel, but nothing but steel. Well, that's fine. What's the steel is? Oh, and the guys are down there. That'll be helpful for later down the line. So let's get some. What did I just tell them to mine? Some mining order on the go on there, and on this bit over here as well, I think. Cool. And how are we doing for supplies? A little bit of wood, but given we're using so many, let's clear out sort of area around here just to make sure that we've got plenty of that as well. Alright, power. Start off with a couple of solar just to begin with, but we'll expand on that later down the line. Nothing really to power with it yet, and let's start building our first, like, building for resources, cooking, whatnot. So in there I am going to have just some tables for them to eat, and also the cooking facilities. I like to try and avoid nutrient paste generators, so hopefully we'll never have to build one of those. You're going to be able to reach that with a tree in it. I do hope so. Let us see. Alright, that looks fine. So in here we're going to have still wood, please. Let's have ourselves a wooden table. Some places to sit. Why have I blocked the door with that? That's not very intelligent, is it? Let's go for one of those long ones then and have it just in a little bit so we're not blocking the room. Cool, and then cook stove and a butcher's table. So not too hot at the moment, but by the looks of where we started, we're going to have to worry a little bit about cooling things. So once this is sort of on the go a bit further, I'm going to set this room up with like a second room attached to it with a fridge, because we have options to cool things down now. In fact, it's already getting kind of warm. What do you guys think about it? Ooh, damn, beds. And these rooms I know are very, very small, but they will not, they'll get rebuilt, and when I rebuild them, I'm going to build them into a much bigger area so that my colonists are a little bit more amused with the situation. Okay, and for research, yes, research bench is needed, I know, but look at all those research. Nuclear power, mobile AI, very cool, but I think for us, first up, we are probably going to want... I like getting the hospital bed early. But I think I'll probably go for geothermal power, just because I get so wound up with these solar panels, and we have that little steam vent down here, relatively easy to get to. There's another one up there as well, if we could be persuaded to mine our way through. That might even be the better solution, in fact. Use that one there and cut through the rock. But we'll see, that's something to come. So, come on guys, finish the beds, you'll get very angry. House of wood again. This is the only downside with using wood this much early on, is it actually takes quite a long time to collect it all down. Like if I'd used some of our steel reserves, we wouldn't be waiting at this point, but it's not too bad. Cool, we got that up, which means we need power. Not using conduit stuff yet, but we will move on to that into the next building. As I said, the idea is just to get people set up and vaguely happy first, not doing much of that, and then we can worry about whether or not we... Ooh, I built that over the top of the stockpile. Then we can worry about how happy people are, where they're sleeping, etc. So let's put a new stockpile down, and no rotten, no corpses, thank you all. Ooh, escape pod. Escape pod with something in it. Very cool. I need a bed. Someone. Can you please go and finish that bed so that I can capture that person? Thank you all. Prisoners. You. Yep. That's a piece of luck. Get someone in very, very early to the colony. Try and speed up how quickly things are going. Upworld politician. I'm sorry, sir, but your politics are not going to be very at home here. Okay, so... Yep, recruit, yep, medicine, friendly chat, and you can go back to doing your proper job. Bane Extreme, not very well, is Trovatelli. Can you guys prioritize building your own bed, please? Male Rim Trooper of Base 2. Look at him go. Doesn't look like you want to mess with him. Although he doesn't have any weapons, so maybe. Okay, I'm finally getting the beds on the go. Let's speed this up a bit further, and I think I need to start thinking about potentially walling off our bed, because yes, indeed. Oh, I'm getting some batteries. Let's do that first. I forgot. Need some power for the night time, and just for the ease of things and to save resources on this early part, let's put the batteries in that building. And then, yes, defences. Oh, no, I was about to say too late, but local squirrel gone mad is not too bad. Oh, he's down beneath us. Roger. And when I scrolled there, did I spy some uncollected ore? I did. Lovely. Cool, another geothermal vent up there as well. Right, so where's this mad squirrel? Taking his time is where the mad squirrel is. Oh, hello. Yes, this is another new thing. I mean, I can't use it yet because obviously I don't have the trading capacity, but you can now directly trade with visitors to your planet, which is kind of cool. That squirrel is taking his time. Normally they're just beeline straight for your base. Cool, everything's looking alright in there. Let's get a bit of... where are we going? Furniture. Let's get some light in this room. And can we start with our simple meals? Yep. Cool. And the priority, do we have a cook? we have a cook who will only grow instead. That looks good. Wouldn't mind someone else and split that role, but for the time being, one on construction, one on mining. Oh, there we go. Successfully recruited Trovatelli. So let's get a medical bed. And Trovatelli, what do you look like? Very, very good at wardening. Right, okay, so you're our warden now. I don't really have much in the other way of skills. I'll have you researching. But otherwise, you are a little bit on the useless side, aren't you, sir? 3, 9, you see, you're just not very good. Let's have him helping with the construction at least. Kind of lacking people on that, given that Hodges does both. Okay, batteries set up, everything's set up. That's looking alright, so next up, let us start building the proper building. So we're going to move on to steel conduit wall pretty much from now on. And where shall we start? In fact, no, I'm going to mine a little bit further out because it looks like we're revealing. Okay, name for our colony. I'll leave that one up to you guys, I think. I know that if I leave that as it is for now, I can change that later down the line by going and playing in the save files. So hit me up in the comments. What should this colony be called? I've got no idea. I'm useless with names. I can't call it after a bird, and so therefore I have no luck. Cool, so simple meals are going, butchers mid-table's going. Do we have anyone on hunting? Yes, so we can start marking creatures for hunt, and let's start building our refrigerator as well before we work on this new building. So just have that out the bottom here. And what I like to do with these is put a corridor on them like that, and a double set of doors, and it seems to just keep the heat a little bit more controlled. Although, to be honest, I should have made this fridge a little larger, I think. Let's break that down. And we're going to want a cooler. Now, I will end up cooling these guys' rooms, because I reckon they'll probably be getting slept in the heat debuff pretty soon if they aren't already. Okay, well, not quite, but soon enough that will be coming, because we are due to get hotter as the year goes on. So I will be cooling those guys' place down as well, but for there's the squirrel. For the time being, let's not worry about them, and let's just get this bit sorted out while we stockpile up a good amount of steel ready for the next part. Wonder how long this has been so far. I'll do that next time and actually run a timer so that I can keep the episodes at least at a vaguely decent length. Constructions are missing materials. We're back to needing wood again. Let's keep clearing out the area around our base for the moment. Give ourselves plenty of room. It'll also speed up any future construction. And I might have to think about putting a floor in for these guys pretty soon as well. I reckon this building at least will stay permanent for a time being while I rebuild the bedrooms first. So let's actually do that now and give them, well, almost a wood floor. There's going to be a couple of squares there that they won't be able to get at, unfortunately, but there you go. What can you do? Plenty of people chopping? Yep. Looking alright there. Let's have a quick look around and see if there's any resources around the map. Nice, some ration packs to gather. Anything more? Might as well grab these before they become inaccessible. Make use of this corner here. I imagine eventually we might actually cut off across there for our defences as we expand. But for now, this is quite a nice little thing. In fact, for now, let's go in. First bit of, I don't need steel conduit wall, let's just have some steel wall, and let's just straight off block that up. Psychic drones. How many males do I even have? Ep.1. So Podger is going to be a bit angry for a few days, but that's fine. I can deal with that. Are they all hauling? And they're all going through the cryosleep casket chamber. Yeah, I don't like that very much. I've had some horrible things come out of those. I have gold, nice. Cool, so we have got some interesting ores dotted around as well. Funky, so that's the fridge pretty much set up. Just need to hook the power in. And we can drop the temperature in this room down to freezing and nothing will ever go off, which is awesome. And it's going to need a stockpile set. No, not a dumpling stockpile. That there. You're going to need a stockpile in here, and it's going to need to be set to food only. No rotten. Let's clear it. Just foods, and make sure that's the preferred one. So now this is hooked up, and doors should start dropping. We turn you. No, we're not hooked up yet. Come on, guys. Get it done. And let's also get some mining on the go over here. Oh, it's a bit odd. In before I open it up, and it's full of horrible things. Cool, it's looking alright. Also saved, and I think I might just call it there for this episode. So remember, hit me up below with what this colony should be called, and I will catch you guys next time. Woo!